What's going on, people? Today we're going to be rocking some Last Gasp Assassin. This one was kind of tough to trim down to 40 cards, and I'm still not convinced in my final numbers. I'm running Desperate Conjuring just because I love the card and I miss Tinkering Assassin, so we're playing that to kind of harken back to those days, although not quite exactly. Rocking 2 Snake Tooth Necklaces because I noticed that while we have an okay amount of drain, we don't have okay amount of guards. We don't have a lot of early game guards, so against aggro we may find ourselves pretty weak as we're getting into the mid and late game. So I wanted to give ourselves a Snake Tooth Necklace to be able to have some drain and come back in games. On that we have a lot of Last Gasp cards: Brutal Ashlander, Spymaster, House Kinsman, Courier, Schemer, Sadris Agent, Eclipse Baroness, Tazcad, and then the Necron Mastermind to trigger them all. Leaf Lurker's just in here to help us get rid of some bigger threats. Unglim triggers some draw because we don't really have a lot of draw in the deck at all, besides Unglim and the Varanus Courier. But actually Baroness, but that's also late game. And you hope that with those 3 cards and triggering Mastermind, you can kind of milk more draw than the deck really has out of it. But yeah, that's going to be the deck. That's the deck we're going to take onto the ladder today. By the way, if you're new on the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. YouTube has told me that I think 64% of the people who watch these videos aren't subscribed to the channel. So yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We upload pretty much every day. And if you do enjoy the video, wait till the end, leave a like. It does help me out. I don't like to really pander for stuff like that. But I've been doing some more research into the kind of things that YouTube looks for. And it's engagement from your subscribers, likes, comments, stuff like that. So when you guys do that, it does help me out a lot, and I do appreciate it. And I didn't even have to pause. We got right into a game. This is perfect. I've not tested this deck out. This is a fresh 40-card monstrosity from me. But since, like I said, I have hit Legend, I'm not worried about my Legend ranking this season, and I'm mostly just wanting to explore 40 cards more. I think we're going to start cranking up the memes a bit more. Not that Last Gasp is like a dreadful deck, but I decided if I'm not going for a ladder placement, why not have as many fun decks as we can and start getting them going. So we may do some tribal decks, things like that. I don't know, just a whole host of things. I haven't fully locked anything down to just one thing yet. So if there's any specific memes or types of decks you guys would like to see, let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to avoid meta decks for at least a bit. But we'll see where the world takes us over time.
Oblivion take you! Take this and make my death mean something.
So here, I'm going to go ahead and summon another Varanus Courier and Firebolt their 2-drop just to get their mana ramp back down so that we're on the same mana curve. Our hand is a tad slow, which is why I'm playing it slow. Leaf Lurker can help us get rid of something big soon. They're going to play Hissgrove, which is a problem because we have no support removal in this deck. Assassin just doesn't have support removal, period. So it's not like it's something we neglected to include. When Vicious Dreg is your only option, sometimes you just don't include it. So I think now that we're curving into our Baronesses on turn 6, I'm going to look to pivot to smacking them in the face a bit more.
Take arms!
What color is the coward's blood?
I'm also going to go ahead and shackle their Haunting Spirit so that they can't dictate necessarily what card the buff goes on to, and then we can potentially set up a Leaf Lurker turn. We do need to pivot to being slightly more aggressive because despite the insane amount of value we can generate with our Last Gasp cards, I don't think we're going to be able to beat Hissgrove in the late game. Okay.
Back off, dry skin.
Interesting.
What color is a coward's blood?
Your death will be swift. Avenge me.
You waste my breath.
So the unfortunate thing is, all of our plays here are very awkward. So I'm just going to go ahead and shackle this for now, and expect that we'll be drawing another card next turn. We are kind of running them out of cards. My concern just is that they're going to have far better late game than we will.
And make my death mean something. Die like a dog.
I'm just going to go ahead and slap down a Baroness.
My time is
That is
precious.
very good. Actually good enough to where I think I'm going to pivot even more to being the aggressor. Next turn I can do something like Baroness and Ashlander, and then try and set up Spymaster into Necromind. Necrom Mastermind.
I am defeated.
Tazcat is a good card to draw here.
You cannot hide.
Hissgrove number 2 is getting more and more scary by the moment. Three. I'm trying to add up my Magicka. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our best play might be just to slap down these 3 Last Gasp cards and just get whatever value we can.
By the Lord, Mother and Wizard, I see their strategy. I fly like the wind and the shadows protect me.
This will draw us a card, summon us a creature, deal some damage, and deal some damage to their face as well. And with Tazcat in hand, I think this is even better to start going for. Okay, so that was a pretty incredible turn. We will draw into a Ward Crafter, which we'll use to at least momentarily defend our Eclipse Baroness. And we have another Mastermind on hand to do it again next turn, potentially. And we kind of high-rolled this to get a 5/5 out of it. That was a really, really good turn. Okay. You know, this has potential to go really wrong for them. With the ward on the Baroness, if they want to kill it, they have to trade both of these in, which might mean that the buff goes on to this. It'd be a 1 in 3 chance. And then if they wanted to kill the Baroness, they would be losing all of their Haunting Spirit value. That's not the case here, fortunately for them. But it was a very scary moment. We get a second Belmore Spymaster, and this one's free now. This is getting kind of crazy.
The hiss shall heal you.
But they are getting very close to their... They're getting very close to their Hissgroves.
Die, Outlander.
Okay. I want to save the Tazcat to be from hand since it's so much damage.
They cannot hope to outwit me.
If I want to get value from this second Spymaster, I'm going to need to sacrifice one of these creatures. And I think for that, we will sacrifice this guy.
I fly like the wind and the shadows protect me.
We'll play another Spymaster, or Net Mastermind, which will deal 6 and summon us 2 creatures. We will kill that. Just pass the turn for now. This is pretty incredible that we're going toe-to-toe with Ram Scout in the late game right now.
Life is not the end of you.
Oh, God! What would that summon right now, Baroness? Yeah. Wow. So now you can't kill anything. You have to leave this up. Unless you have another giant snake in hand. But also, it's risky to leave anything up because it'll summon an Eclipse Baroness from hand next turn. Oh, it's summoned Nocrene. I forgot about him. He just killed it. Okay. So if we kill this, equip Snaketooth onto Nocrene, go face for 6, summon Tazcad, replacing our Nocrene, even though we still had way more value we could have gone for here.
A fine battle.
And we just Tazcad past the last rune for victory. That went so incredibly well. I can't even believe it. That was incredible. Wow. Very, very nice. So yeah, that's some 40 card Last Gasp right there. Obviously, the reduction in the amount of cards means quote-unquote meme strategies like Last Gasp decks. You can more reliably draw your Mastermind, which means you more reliably get your really powerful Last Gasp swings off, which that worked incredibly well. That's our 3-run awards. Came a little bit delayed. But yeah, that's going to be it for now, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thank you all very, very much for watching. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. Let me know any deck suggestions you guys have down below or any memes you'd like to see me expand upon. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.